You know, it's interesting. Fans have been asking for some remastered release of Final Fantasy VIII for quite a long time now, going back at least a few years. And when the trailer and the game itself was announced and demonstrated at E3 this year, just a few weeks ago, a lot of fans thought that perhaps Square had responded and answered to the things that they'd been requesting. But I'm not convinced reading this new interview with Kitase here. It seems to me that the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster project is really just something Square have done for the sake of it, just because it happens to be the 20th anniversary of the game, that it's not something they've been planning, it's not something they were going to do, but they've just changed their mind quite recently, in fact, about it, and have just basically done it quickly to see how it's going to go. But let's have a look at some of these words that Kitase has said here. Now, this is an interview with Famitsu, and they asked him about some of the troubles for Final Fantasy VIII in terms of the remaster release. And Kitase-san responds with, "At first, the plan was to release it on current generation hardware, with more or less the same graphics. So they were initially going to be releasing Final Fantasy VIII, I guess just to complete the library, on modern consoles such as Switch, for example, which already has 7 and 9 released, 9 in its remastered form. They were just going to release it in its bog standard original form, you know, the form that we've seen many times before. And it was only then, he goes on to say, that when they realised the title recently celebrated its 20th anniversary, and since TVs have evolved, we decided that it was necessary to improve on character quality." When was Final Fantasy VIII's 20th anniversary? Well, it was this year, 2019. The game came out in February 1999. Which means that up until at least February of this year, Square's plan for Final Fantasy VIII was just to release it in its current form, and it was only as a last minute thing, once they realised, he says here, that the title had recently celebrated its 20th anniversary, that they decided it was necessary to improve on character quality. So that means then that the remaster has not only been in development for a few months, it's only really been spoken about for a few months. If what Kitase is saying here is being understood correctly by me, and that it hasn't been lost in translation or anything, they didn't even begin talking about a remaster until after it was the 20th anniversary. Okay? The title recently, that's past tense, celebrated its 20th anniversary, and then he goes on to say we decided that it was necessary to improve on character quality. So that's after February this year. I'm not sure why Square have been so reluctant to give us this Final Fantasy VIII remaster, and even now they have, it was just, by the sounds of it, a last minute thing. A lot of people have speculated on the loss of source code for the original game, or licensing issues with the Eyes on Me song. I cannot find any official information about this, so as far as I'm concerned, as persistent as those rumours are, they are still just rumours. Now, that doesn't change the fact, though, that Square have not been showing Final Fantasy VIII much love over the years. Maybe they just don't like the game associated with the Final Fantasy brand. A lot of people have criticised it. I know that there's many fans here on my channel that love the game. I do as well, but we have to, admit the fact that Final Fantasy VIII has been heavily divisive amongst Final Fantasy fans. It could just be that Square have been reluctant to keep bringing that back into the forefront, because every time they re-release a game, then of course it attracts a whole new audience, and perhaps they've just been reluctant to do that. I don't know, just speculating. And if I'm reading this interview correctly, they only started talking about it themselves about 3 months before the announcement was made, which doesn't seem like a whole lot of time. So do you think that the project's been rushed a little bit? And are you excited for the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster? Personally, from what we've seen, I am. I think it's shaping up to look pretty awesome indeed. Even though I know there's many people that have said on previous comments to videos that I've made that they'd like to see changes to the junction system, to the draw system, and to the rule system with the triple triad. But I can assure you we definitely won't be getting any of that in the game. Anyway, folks, what are your thoughts about all this? Are you worried that the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster has been rushed? Do you think that Square genuinely care about this game or not? Please do share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Well, folks, thanks so much for stopping by the video today. Now, perhaps I might be able to persuade you to come and join us over in the Fuzzfinger Gaming Discord channel. It's a great place where we can continue on with the conversation, and I'll leave a link to it down in the video description. Until next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.